Hey friends, welcome back to Spirit Made Me Do It. I am so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are just joining the channel, my name is Marcy, and what I do is I channel information from Spirit before I record, and then I let you know what that is. Then they move me to my music, and I listen to some Spotify, and they give me messages through the songs that are coming in. Either it's a message about the wording in the song, or it's the time period, or it's feelings. It's something like that. And then they lead me into the cards. So, and they want me to start with the angel cards today. They usually don't tell me that up front, but let's start seeing what the music has to say. Purple, lilac, lavender, that's been very prominent today. I've seen a lot of that. I'm not sure what that represents. Okay, I just looked it up and it says lavender and lilac, both lovely purple hues, symbolize different things. Lavender often means calm, serenity, purity, devotion, and spirituality, linked to healing and aromatherapy. Lilac, a lighter, sweeter purple, symbolizes first love, youthful innocence, nostalgia, and femininity, often associated with spring and renewal. This is really kind of significant because again, things have had like a political twist to them almost. And in my readings, and we are coming into a whole different thing. It is going to be a new beginning. We do need to have calm because it's not going to be an easy ride. Whenever there's change, things are upset. And I'm not going to say it's catastrophe or anything like that. It's just, a little pain in the neck kind of things that are happening. So yeah, I we are leading into better things. I think there's a lot of change coming in this year. And Happy New Year to everyone, by the way. My favorite holiday of all. And it's funny because when I did my channeling, they spoke about that. So let's read the channeling. The first. The first of the year is significant in that change combines with hope. Hope for a better year, hope for a better world. As always, love is the answer to everything and aligns with the knowing. Know that the love that you are will change the world. Hope is wonderful, but knowing that love changes all is everything. It is the only power you need. Ignite the love, ignite change for a better world. I love that. Like I said, this is my favorite time of year, and especially because the beginning of the year, it's just a promise of more things to come, more adventures, new adventures. It just has a feeling of change to it. This year in particular, there's very high feeling of change. Okay, so let's listen to the music and see what they have to say. And this is Pink Houses by John Mellencamp. And it's a song about change. It's a song about how things are. But this song also has a little bit of not being satisfied, um, and not getting what you deserve almost. And it's stressing the beautiful people. This must be my destination. Those are the words that are in the song. And that's what we're moving towards, right? We're always moving towards the destination. I just heard something that I haven't heard before. It was actually, I don't think it's from the song. So I'm just going to put this off for a minute. It was definitely a male voice and it said, why? And what I'm picturing in my head is a man with brown kind of puffy, not puff, well, it's puffy. It's it's very wavy and he has glasses. Now, I don't know if you heard that, but my dogs were back barking in the background, and that tells me that spirit wants me to pay particular attention to this. It feels like the 70s, right? This guy has the look of the 70s. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he's coming in for anyone. Actually, Cheryl, I don't know who this is. Brown hair, glasses, definitely from the 70s. Um, they showed me something very quickly and I didn't quite see it, but I almost felt like car related. I don't know. That's what I have though. They're sorry and they're watching and they're helping. The song also talks about repetitiveness, about doing the same thing over and over again. They're talking about in the sense of people working hard every day and then they take a vacation once a year. What are they doing? Are they really living? We deserve more, I heard. America, home of the free. Little pink houses. They're reminding me that pink is love, love in the houses. Put love into the houses. This is Allentown by Billy Joel, and they're both about small rural towns. They're about old towns. Allentown is practically a ghost town, I believe, at this point. Um, they closed a lot of factories down. Again, it's about how life was then. They're talking about the how their parents met at the USO and um, during World War II. But change comes, change comes. We can't stay. It's getting very hard to stay, they're saying, but they're showing, feeling, making me feel like we can't stay. We can't stay in this energy that's happening right now. Jesse, Jacob, I just felt those names. They're definitely coming from the other side. One is a younger boy, again, both with brown hair, but the younger boy has like a lighter brown hair. The other one's, I kind of felt 30-ish, maybe older, could be older. Just know that they're there with you, they love you, they're good. They just said they're taking all the coal from the ground, and that's making me feel like it's depleted. Things are depleted. Emotionally, connectively, things are depleted and we've got to build that up. So that's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a lot of love. We've really got to be people of love. We've really got to live that. It's really great because when you do live this way, when you live in love as much as possible and are always, loving and caring and try to be helpful to the people around you, that goes a long way energetically. That goes a really, really long way. Service, it's service to others. It's putting others before yourself without depleting yourself. You're just as worthy, they're saying. You're just as worthy. He really has a great way of building the energy of the song. Right now, it's just coming in all different types of instruments and ending with the drum. There's factory noises. That's significant to somebody, factory noises. I'm getting a lot of people trying to come through. I'm seeing an old man who's wearing like a jumper like you would see on, they're showing me Billy Joel's Uptown Girl when he's wearing the mechanic's jumper. Another Billy Joel song. Billy Joel to me is he's a real artist, but he puts everything into real perspective, but he's also earthly. It's a very earthly energy that he has. He has a really interesting energy. And this song is Don't Ask Me Why, and it's from his Glass Houses album, I believe. It could be Strangers. They're showing me two images. I think this might be on the Strangers album, though. The Stranger. But the other image that they're showing me on the Spotify of Billy Joel is his Glass Houses album cover, where he's got a big rock in his hand, and you can see it's very cleverly done. You can see he's standing in front of a house that's made of glass windows, like it's just the whole, you can see right in the house. He has a rock in his hand and he's taking a stance. When you look between his legs, you can see his reflection in the mirror. So what's he doing? He's damaging himself. He's damaging himself, and that's what they're bringing to my attention. Just like the good comes back to you, the bad comes back to you too. The damage comes up a lot. Don't cause damage to somebody else when you're in that state of remembering, or that when those feelings come up from, stuff you're trying to work out from your past. Um, they're emphasizing the new year with that this year's in the past. Just move forward. They're bringing me to the cards now. As I said, they wanted me to start with the angel cards, so that's what we're doing. Okay. So they're ready for me to get going, but they're drawing my attention to my little hedgehog guys, my little crystal hedgehogs. Um, they're really pulling me towards world situation with animals. There's something that's coming up that's we're going to lose a lot of animals. I don't know why they're specifying animals. Maybe it's in a remote place, maybe. They want me to cut the deck. And they're showing me the Celtic cross, so that's where we're going. They usually don't have me do the Celtic cross with these cards, so that's very interesting. We're starting off with unity. Archangel Sandalphon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Remember, I was saying they were talking about the past earlier. Spiritual organizations seek the mentors and like-minded friends, right? Come together as a community, hang with the people that you hang with, and start doing things, maybe fundraisers, or just, picking one person to that needs help, just being specifically concentrating on being kind to them. Um, Making somebody's day easier. And that can be done with a smile, seriously. You can give somebody a smile and can change their whole day. What's challenging you is the King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. And that's what I say all the time, isn't it? About, if something's put in front of you, take it, do it. If there's an opportunity, there's a reason that opportunity came to you, and you're ready for it, or it wouldn't have come to you. Right now, they have Tom Petty. This guy has my full heart, man. Um, Very, very interesting. This is Don't Back Down. And I think that's why his music was all about standing up for yourself and keeping the world from dragging you down. They're just saying, just stand your ground, just stay in the love, stay in the love. But he had a difficult upbringing. This came along, this song in my teen years, my early teens, and it really made me feel empowered. That's what he does. Now, interestingly enough, they just showed that this song is from his Full Moon album. Again, the full moon. Um, I accidentally hit something, and now you and me against the world, right? Coming together, you and me. We've got this. We've got this. The song always just hits me hard. I don't know why. It's Helen Reddy. She's just has such a lovely voice. Underneath here, we have renewal, and that's what's coming, right? We need to come together. We need to be practical. We need to be responsible, and that's responsible to others. And then we need to just come together and look at things, review things, change things. That's what this is a time of. This is going to be a time of great change. This is the past position. And they have the magician, Archangel Raphael. Oh, I'm sorry, Raziel. I'm sorry about that. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? There's so much strength behind that. And that's what we have, right? That's our power. That's our power of love, like they were saying in the channeling. That can change everything. We can do whatever we want with that love. I always felt like God was on our side. That's the words or the words I heard. And that's incredible, isn't it? King of Fire on top, that's passion, that's the love, that's, the passion. Focus, focus, stay focused on this. Keep the eyes on the prize. This is kind of about motivation and ambition and being charismatic. So this is the near future position, 2 to 3 months usually, but it can happen as early as the next day. And what we have coming is the Nine of Fire. Fire is the Wands card. Nine of Wands is what we're talking about here. That Nine of Wands, that's kind of like the PTSD card, but it's just keep going the way you're going. So there's going to be a little more of just, for a little while anyway. I just felt some type of a change in late 26, but it feels like we're just going through the same old, and then things will start changing. Then it's going to be like a very subtle change at first. But those changes are going to make big differences. They want me to shuffle a little bit. I guess they're going to yeah, there we go. They wanted a card to clarify the Nine of Wands. And we have the Seven of Waters, which is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups in your regular tarot deck, it has the seven cups in the air, and they all have different things in them. It's about having to make a lot of decisions. Moon shadow is coming on again with the moon. There are going to be a lot of decisions that are going to be difficult to make. Like, we'll have a hard time making those decisions. We need to do our own research on things. Absolutely. And they want me to do this again, more clarification on what's coming, what they expect from us. They want me to cut the deck, and they're showing me one off the top and the bottom. Okay. So Four of Fire, the Four of Wands, that's the card of like family happiness. It can be like a marriage card, but it also shows four beams. 1111, it's manifestation, right? This is about peace and contentment. So that's what's coming. We're going to start seeing the changes, but we are going to have a lot of decisions to make. What we have here is the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands, and that is success. That is success. That is good success moving forward. That is doing good things. It's good energy, really good energy. Beautiful. All right, this position here, how you see yourself. Yeah, how you see yourself. Page of Fire. Page of Fire is the Page of Wands. And that's about exciting news coming. Some of you are picking up. You're starting to pick up on more and more things. You're starting to recognize more and more, which is how you grow your vocabulary with your guides or spirit or however you look at that. There's news coming in, but there's information that you're already receiving. They're telling me, feel the gut, pay attention to the gut. You can kind of feel, for me, when it's really a good thing, it moves up into my chest. It goes from my solar plexus into my heart chakra. I'm being followed by a moon shadow. They want me to take this card here and put it here. And this is life experience, a significant life event, powerful revelations that lead to change. You see it coming. You see what you're supposed to be doing. You're getting that feeling of what it is, what your part is to play in this. And it doesn't have to be a big role. Just know what you're supposed to do. This is how Spirit sees us. This is how, oh, I love the song. Um, how you see yourself also. This is the cow cells. And they just feel like they're such a wholesome group. That's the song that says, I love the flower girl. But I love the flower girl. I simply don't know why. She simply caught my eye. For some of you, there's a love relationship coming in. April, I just heard April. But this is just about that noticing, paying attention. You felt that love. You felt the love. You don't know why, but you just felt that. That's spirit. That's a communication from spirit. Oh, they're bringing me to the bottom. Happy times. And they just said, happy, happy, happy. If you know this song, you know what I'm talking about. Release is in the position of hopes and fears. Yeah, we're both afraid to release the past and move forward. And we're excited about releasing the past and moving forward at the same time. Again, the magic in these cards, the magic, this is bringing me back to that other card that we had that was the magician card. Yeah, right here. It's got that same energy, that gold. To me, that's the same type of energy. This is a little softer. This is a more loving energy. Um, the end of a phase or a situation. Again, we're hoping for the change and kind of fearful of it. Release that fear. You're just holding things, you're just holding the inevitable back. Rip off the Band-Aid. And this is the outcome card. And they're singing, She had made me happy. Things will make you happy. You'll find happiness, find the love. Four of Earth. That's security. Outcome position. That is security, the Four of Earth. It's the equivalent of the Four of Pentacles. They are saying here, though, don't be too frivolous or too callous with your money. So, make good decisions, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Absolutely. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. They're just telling me just to take three off the top. I always do at least three more cards here to kind of clarify a little more. And the first one we have is Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords, and that's the card of worry, right? It's about expecting the worst, but that's all in your head. You're becoming afraid of something that hasn't even happened. Let things happen. Allow for the flow of things. Let things happen. Don't put up the fear. Don't put up the block. It's going to be fine. Just release that. Release that. Yeah, that it says self-fulfilling prophecies on there, and that's exactly what you're doing. Self-fulfilling prophecies. You're bringing the worst to you because at this point you've convinced yourself that it's going to be bad. So your perception of whatever it is, it's going to be bad. So stop that. It's not easy, I get it, but you can do it. And once you're able to do that, things just get a lot easier. We have the Hermit coming up next. We've had quite a few major arcanas, the Magician, the Unity, the Hermit. There was something else here too. The Star card, the Hope. And that's again in what they see coming for us. That's a position of, what's coming for us. How we see things here and how people see things on the other side, how your spirit guides, whatever, feel on the other side. They know that there's hope. There's know that there's a reason to be hopeful. And there's that word hope again, right? We had that in the beginning when I was reading this. They want me to read it again. What is it? The first of the year is significant in that change combines with hope, hope for a better year, hope for a better world. Hope is wonderful, but knowing that love changes all is everything. That's also a spiritual path, too. That's things changing in a spiritual way, on a spiritual level, which can only be good, right? And then the final card we have is the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. She's the queen that nurtures. She's the queen that takes care of everything, not just her immediate family, although those are a great concern to her. It's the whole family. They're saying the whole family is her immediate family, and there's the soul family, all of the people on the earth, the collective. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. That's specific for someone that's name begins with an M. I mean, Morgan, Marion, Marisol. This song is Counting Crows. It's Mr. Jones. Counting crows, right? I'm all about the magic, and crows are so magical to me. They just give me this feeling. I can't even begin to explain it. Um, it's almost excitement about everything, if that makes sense. We take good care of the crows around here in my house. There's magic coming. The love is the magic, they're saying. They want me to look at the top card on this deck, and it is Archangel Gabriel, the Awakening, another major arcana, 12. The 12th is significant. Yeah, there's revelations coming. Things are going to be coming out. We've been getting that information coming out for quite some time. They're wanting me to pull out my decks, my Archangel Michael and my Spirit Inspired Oracle card. But they also showed me, they want me to do this first, but they also showed me my Golden Girls deck. And that's a deck that comes out when they're like, chill, it's just a show, that kind of a thing. But that show's a comedy too. You can write the show any way you want. We all want to be big stars, but we have different reasons for that. We all have different reasons for being here. I want to be someone who believes. I want to be someone to believe. He wants to be the speaker of truth. That's a person who's trusted. There was something earlier that came up about a mentor and gathering of people. We're going to start coming together with our, special troops. I don't know. I don't want to say troops because to me that sounds like war, but it's not like that type of war. This is a love war. Put that love out there. It's not a war so much as it's putting things, being strong and consistent in putting out that love. The first card that they have me look at is remember who you were before the world got a hold of you. And I say that in different ways all the time. Go back to that place. Go back to that child-like feeling that, you believed in everything. You believed in Santa, you had hope, you had your future ahead. And, I mean, it's that certain feeling of excitement that goes along with that. Now they're playing Jake. He's a younger guy. And this is the golden hour. We're almost there. We're almost to well, we've already hit the turning point. Things have already shifted. It's like an easier run now, but got no alibi. They were just pointing that phrase out to me. Got no alibi. Okay, so there's going to be something, it seems to me, that's going to come out that they're not going to be able to deny. People are not going to be able to deny. Action is going to have to be taken. Feels very, very soon. Very soon. Let's see what this card is. Self-care, love on you in whatever form that takes. Don't forget to take care of yourself because this is, it's a draining time. It drains on you without you even realizing it. You want me to shuffle again? They're starting to feel like they're laughing. Oh, that's why they're flipping all sorts of cards at me. They had me put my thumb on Eckhart Tolle. We're going to take this card too because there's something about that one. Eckhart Tolle, great read. I mean, talk about making you understand things. He really has that way about him. I highly suggest The New Earth, I believe it's called, The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Only if you resist what happens are you at the mercy of what happens. That's what I was saying earlier when we said that we can't block things. We can't block that energy from moving. We've got to allow for that energy because when we resist it, we're sitting there in that fear. We're sitting there in that position. We need to let it just go. Trust and just let it go through. Shine. They had me put my finger in my ear, shine, the word shine. I still have smoke. If you're seeing smoke over here, I have incense burning. Okay. They wanted me to look, everything in divine timing. Be patient. It's coming. Things are going to be good. New thoughts lead to new choice, which leads to new experiences. And that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to be rebuilding things, but you've got to make your wants and needs heard as well. Try to look at your wants and your needs and recognize that you're not the only one that has those wants and needs. It's part of the song where there's children laughing. Remember who you were before the world got a hold of you. Didn't we have something similar to that? Yeah, nope, that's not it. I think in one of the other cards that I pulled earlier, I talked about this, about remembering who you were, remembering that child, right? We just heard the laugh. Well, I just heard the laughter of the child in the music, but it's that feeling of, you feel like you can do anything. You don't even know what anything is, but you feel like you could do anything. It's that type of a feeling because we can do anything. That love is our power. We have be happy even before you have a reason. This is Hafezi, and the real quote is, I am happy even before I have a reason. The song that's on now is Always a Woman by Billy Joel. She only reveals what she wants you to see. This song is about a man who's in love, and it's like she can do no wrong. But he's knowing who she is. He knows who she is, and he loves her anyway. We've got to remember that with strangers, right? If they're behaving badly, there's something going on inside them making them behave badly. Have compassion for them. The poor things. What a horrible way to go through life. And that might be their nature, or it could just be something that just happened recently that caused this. So try to be understanding and compassionate and loving with everybody in all situations. Again, it's not easy to do because you don't want to react, right? You want to act accordingly. You don't want to react to anything, which is not easy for me anyway. But I'm getting a lot better at it. Every decision was the right decision, every action the right action and appropriate for the situation. Whatever it is that you think you've contributed to bad things in the past, it's okay. It's the past, put it in the past, put it where it belongs. But the decisions that you made at that time were meant to be made so that you could have the experience that you were supposed to have to grow. Be constant in your practice, right? I was saying that earlier. Be constant in your love. Just keep putting out that love, being kind and loving to everyone. Everyone, especially those that are yelling at you, because they're in some pain and they could use a little love, little understanding. Be the one to give it to them. Let go of what others think of you. And what they're showing me with that is they were showing me that scene where that man that I was just kind of saying was showing anger towards the other person because that's what they were showing me. And that person being loving and kind to them. Don't worry about what they're going to think of you. They're going to think what they think of you, no matter how you respond to it. Be accountable for your actions. Don't worry about theirs. Don't hold somebody accountable for their actions, but hold yourself accountable for yours. Okay, that's what we have with that. And now we're going to bring out Archangel Michael. They don't want me to pull out the Girls deck, I don't think. Hold on. This seems to be like a second thought thing happening right now. We'll see. Just do this. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. I love when you throw the cards. You make my job so easy. Not that I feel like this is a job. Okay, they want this one too. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly, right? Act accordingly. Act how you should act. Admit that in the past you haven't always done it, but move on from that. Because the more you recognize when you've done it, the easier it is to remember not to do it in the moment. Honor and trust your feelings. This is not only about, just go with what you know it's right. It's also about honoring and trusting the feelings, the communication that you're getting from spirit. It's very, very important this year. Um, your home is protected by the angels. All is good. Don't worry about things. Don't worry about things. Have a sense of humor. That's why they were showing me the Golden Girls. Have a sense of humor. The situation is already resolved. Remember, everything happens everywhere all at once. It really does. I know that's hard to visualize, but oh, here comes my song. This song is Could Have Been Me, and it's by the Struts. Even the name of the band, right? The Struts. They know who they are, and they're living that life unapologetically. But this song, if you want a song that's going to get you motivated, this song is it. I don't fear you now, wrapped in your regret. What a waste of blood and sweat. Don't waste this life. Get as much out of it as you can. Taste everything. Even the bad things that you experience are growth. And bad is in your head, right? It's how you are perceiving it at the moment. Take the emotions away from that feeling and just look at it as an opportunity, they said. Don't ever look back and say it could have been me. Take your time making this decision. Not really sure on that, guys. What are you saying? Take your time making this decision. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back. That's what I was just saying. Step back from the emotion. Allow the situation to naturally unfold. Don't hold it back. Don't hold it back by the fear. Don't block it. Allow it to flow. We got to get through this. I'm tired of being here. Let's get through this already. They are bringing me to the Golden Girls to bring out a little bit. They're showing me like a past and present type of a thing here. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. The layout, it's like a past and present. Oh, wow, they want me to cut immediately here. Let's get to it, this thing. Let's get to it. Take your time. Don't want to waste one line. You take everything that the world has to offer, give back. But, if it comes to you, accept that opportunity, accept what the world has to offer. Much better way of putting it. Ace of Cups reversed. There's a lot of emotional situations that are going to be coming up. It's necessary. It's necessary to go through the purging, they're saying. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have judgment. Yeah, new vibrations. New vibrations coming in there, and they're for you. The vibrations that you pick up on, they're changing you. They're activating things almost. Judgment, you get what you put out, right? You put out the best. Queen of Wands reverse. Now the Queen of Wands is a card they're playing AJR now. Hopeful, very hopeful music. Good. Okay, thank you. And this is I'm ready. Be ready. Be ready for the situation. But the Queen of Wands is kind of a witchy card, and she's a queen that doesn't care what anybody else thinks, right? She's got the black cat. Well, during the time period of the tarot, the plague, the whole bit, right? Um, Black cats were considered bad luck, witchy things, because black cats were always around when there was a town with plague. Well, the cats that were coming around were taking care of the rats that were spreading the plague. So it's about not caring what other people think, knowing that your right is your right for you. Upside down is worrying too much about that. I mean, not normally. That's not normally how it's read, but that's what they're telling me. This card here, the Six of Cups, look at that, right? And Six of Cups is about nostalgia, and that's come up a few times. Let go of the things in the past. Look at the beauty that's coming before you. The Six of Cups is also gifts from the Holy Spirit, gifts from the universe, good things coming in. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, that's a deceptive person. Justice reversed. Things are going to look like they're not going, that justice is not happening. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, but that's the end of burdens. That's the knives falling out of the back. That's not letting these people get to them. This is be motivated by these people, by these things that are happening. Be motivated by it and make the change, make the changes. The final card is the King of Cups reversed. All right. It wouldn't be a reading if they didn't have me go to the book, right? The King of Cups reversed, indication of double dealing or loss. Could be a person or a situation. And then it says check the cards, but what they're showing me is to pull some extra cards to clarify this. And they want the angel cards to clarify it. That's really bizarre. All right. Reminding you that we are here. We're here on the other side. And this is nothing to be worried about. Again, just, pain in the neck kind of stuff. Again, this is going to feel like things are not going in a good direction, but they're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. They're showing me Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. Hmm. Four of Earths, we had that earlier. Four of Pentacles, right? That's also a card about knowing who's the boss. The Four of Pentacles. Again, watch your money. And that's also helping to those less fortunate. They're drawing that particular line to me because what they're saying is this is where we've got to, there's something that's going to happen that's going to motivate us to move. And that's going to be the signifier of big change, big change. And now they've got the talking heads. What are the talking heads, right? Talking heads is usually about just people just, you know, paying lip service. This is take me to the river. And what happens there, right? A cleansing, a baptism. People are going to stop being the talking heads. They're going to stop just repeating what they're hearing. As the kids call it these days, this new alpha generation, they call it reheating the nachos, which is somebody who's just taking what they've heard from somebody else and just repeating what they've heard, just parroting. Again, unity, coming together. We're going to come together. There's something that's going to happen that we are not going to like. We're going to be like, oh, this has got to stop now. It doesn't feel dangerous. It's more like just a coming together of like, oh yeah, this guy's, yeah, we need to put an end to this. Um, Spiritual organizations, it says here, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. We had this earlier. I think it was actually the first card I pulled. Traditional viewpoints or methods, traditional ways are not going to do it. But again, there's that nostalgia thing, right? Tradition, nostalgia, they kind of go hand in hand. Um, Organize. I just saw marching. Love is an ocean, they just sang. We can't forget. And they talk about never regretting. Again, right? With the struts, we had that, no regrets. Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we're done with the music and we're done with the cards. But before I could shut it off, they're saying, washing me down, washing me down. Cleanse yourself. Get rid of anything that's holding you back. Be that love. That's where your power is. Interesting times indeed. Have a wonderful new year, everybody. I love you all. Bye bye.